Hey, good morning. All right, so I went back on Mark chapter 5 today. And, in Christ did a lot of deeds in this one. The first one was the crazy man that was the possessed man that was possessed by the demon of Legion, which was many demons, and Christ put him out. And they had asked if it could be, possess this herd of hogs. All right, so in this region, that was their primary business. Is they raised hogs and butchered hogs and fried pork. And so this Legion demon went into the hogs, and then the hogs went into the sea and died, right, and drowned. All right, so there's a whole bunch of symbolism with that. All right, and a hog, is somebody. Swine is somebody who eat anything, right? They'll eat garbage, they'll eat, and so wow, so that's representative of the swine, the pigs are representative of people that just like they'll believe anything. They'll take Greek and Roman mythology and Hinduism and oh my God, the Buddhism and Islam, and I'll try to tie good. There's this lady. So when I first came to know God was real, I couldn't get enough. I read everything I get my hands on, and I found this book. So this book's the History of God, and it was written by this nun who left the Catholic faith, and she practiced some oddball combination of Hindu, Buddhism, and Islam, which ain't no way any of that goes together. So Muslims, when I say Islam, that's what I mean, and just saying that for those that don't really know, don't pay attention, right? They are staunchly monotheists, right? And Hindu, man, they believe in all kinds of gods, right? I actually went to a Hindu temple and sat there and watched, and there's all these different idols and statues, and they all bow down to all of them and worship all of them, and I'm like, okay, that was crazy, right? And so there's no way. And then if you look at what's going on where is that? Malaysia, okay, which is heavily Asian population that previously was Buddhist, and now you got now they're all Muslim, and they're tearing down these Buddhist statues and all that, right? So she was very conflicted. Right, but I learned something from her. I learned that Muhammad was a Catholic. His uncle was the Pope, and they were trying to, make him the Arab Christ. And he went out and prayed and got the words to the Quran, and he took it to the Jews, the experts on God, right? And they were enamored by how close it was to the Ten Commandments, right? But then they started asking about the history and the lineage, and he didn't know Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Joseph, and he knew, he didn't know anything about them, right? And then they mocked him, and then this other Jew. So I didn't know this until recently. There was different sects of Judaism, right? Like there's some that are steadfastly followers of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but they, there's other group that only follow Moses, right? So they didn't come together, all right? That's a recent thing. Okay. In fact, the Christians put them together. Okay. Christ put that together. Right. So this other sect that was, actually of the followers of Moses, right? They taught him the lineage, right? And they taught him that Christ, that Jesus, was a prophet. So that's where he got that from. Another Jew. Interesting. Anyway, if you don't dig in, you're never going to find stuff out. If that's what you're supposed to do. So this Sunday, pastor of the church, that's pretty much what he said. We have to dig in and find the meanings and get the understanding. That's what it's not just reading the Bible one time, and most people haven't done that, right? It's digging in and learning the history and the lineage and the symbolism and the Paleo-Hebrew and all that, right? That's just getting you closer to God, and that's what you're supposed to do.